The following is a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.
In Northeast Philadelphia, this is Rowan University Hockey. Today the Profs take on the Temple Owls in Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey North Division matchup. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us. Alongside me is Cody Decker. Both teams are lining up as we speak. This is our vantage point. This is the best we could do here at the Northeast Skate Zone. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the broadcast as we move along. Coming onto the ice right now, as you can see, the number 6, Rowan Profs. They've won 3 straight, sitting at 14-3-3, 7-1 in league play, sitting in third place right now, 6 points back of Penn State for first place, with 2 games in hand, so that's pretty big. Last game for them was last night at Hollydale, a 5-2 win over the Wagner Seahawks.
Yeah, big win for the Profs over the Seahawks there in a game where it kind of went back and forth to start the game. Rowan came out with a lot of energy. Came out with a goal in the first period early, but then the Seahawks were able to respond late with a power play goal, which kind of really ended the momentum really for Rowan going into the second period as the Seahawks came out even stronger to start that second period as the national anthem.
Yeah, we'll take the quick break for the national anthem. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from the Flyers Skate Zone in Philadelphia. I believe the internet just went down on us for a couple of seconds. That may be an issue throughout the entire evening, or afternoon rather, as unfortunately the Wi-Fi here not incredibly strong. We're going to do our very best to update you on Twitter if we go down at any permanent basis. But anyway, we talked about Rowan, how well they did last night against Wagner, going back and forth in that one, a tough contest. We'll talk real quick about Temple before we get started. They're sitting at 13-9-2, ranked number 9 in the Southeast, 7-2-2 in league play, sitting in second place, 2 points back of Penn State, 2 up on Rowan, but Rowan has plenty of games in hand on Temple. Last game for them was on Friday, a 6-2 loss to the Delaware Blue Hens. So Temple looking to find a way to defeat Rowan for the first time in a few years. And these games, if you're from the New York area, this is kind of like Rangers Islanders. It's kind of that has that feel, not a whole lot of geography between the two teams. You know, Flyers Devils maybe as another way to describe it. We'll get to the goaltender matchup in just a couple seconds. The first whistle, we'll try to get that done as we are underway. Rowan in the familiar brown and gold. They're going to be going away from us, while Temple in the cherry and white will come towards us. Tom Wilms here alongside me is Cody Decker. Again, down at ice level for today's Vantage Point single cam review as Rowan trying to get the cycle going back behind the cage. It'll be lifted back to the point here for Andrew Doherty. Doherty throws around back behind the net. Chasing in will be Shane Brennan. Brennan, goal last night. And a little bit of a fight late last night in last night's game as Wagner Seahawk decided to run the netminder Cody Riley. Fortunately, though, supplemental discipline. But talking about supplemental discipline, Rob Wilworth, he did get into a big fight yesterday. Alec Nikolai. He was hit from behind, a little bit of a dirty hit. And Rob Wilworth came to his aid, unfortunately for him. Fight and you're done, as it comes out in front and steered away at the last second by the netminder Eric Semborski. Here comes Temple the other way, lofted in deep here by Joey Powell. Temple will complete a change, and here comes Brian Keller the other way. Keller with a nice nutmeg move through Civitella, gains the line, tries to move into the zone, slaps it on, and it goes just wide. Pitching it far side is Schickner. Thrown out in front, and a stick save by the netminder Semborski. Stays in the rink, comes back to the point, kept alive there, shot from the outside, saves Semborski once again on the slow wrister. Keller tries once again. This time he'll dump it deep back behind the cage, looking for McGahee. Civitella will backhand up ahead. It's taken now by Carnivale. Intercepted right back and dumped in deep by Brian Keller. Rowan's going to complete a change. Two-man forecheck continues. Here's Tyler Glassman to try to pinch in. Cleared to center ice. Chopped on in, though, by Logan Rogers right in front of the cage. Nobody there. Comes back behind the net. Trying to chase onto it here is Glassman once again. Thrown around this time by Malinowski. Kept alive once again by Rowan. Rowan starting that forecheck. They've been doing it for years. They don't do anything all that special. They just win the races and win the battles on the boards. And that is why they've become a regional power here in the Southeast. Here's Cody, correction, it's Christopher Carnavale to dump in deep. Comes back behind the cage. Trying to reverse it is Rogers. Left aside, it's thrown all the way through by Glassman. Rolling puck picked up now by Carnavale out of Morristown, New Jersey, former Hollydale Hurricane. Now playing for the Temple Owls. Dumped in deep here by David Brewer. Thrown around to the near side, chasing in. Here's Brady O'Donnell, pinned to the boards by Charles Quigley. Comes near side, chasing over here is Rogers. Thumb back, throws out in front, stick down by Riley, and he'll hold on to stop play. 17:21 left to go here in the first. Still no score. Quickly want to get through the goaltender matchups for the Temple Owls out of Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. It's Eric Simborski, 7-6, and a 3.66 goals against average. For Cody Riley, he's the goaltender for the Rowan Profs out of Freehold, New Jersey. 11-2-1 is his record, a 3.56 goals against average. Shot comes in from the outside with 17:10 left to go in the first. Shots on goal tied at 1. And here comes Temple the other way. O'Donnell slams it around to the near side. Pinching in here is Justin McKinney. Battles with Andrew Doherty. Clear to the line, kept alive, and thrown up ahead. Now Temple trying to at least get some pressure on, but now it's Doherty with plenty of room. And he neat tip pass for Brennan. Back behind the play. Doherty goes down after getting hit by Pataki. And only one referee in ACHA play. Something to keep an eye on is hits from behind the play as it's dumped in deep here by Rowan, by Nikolai. Didn't think he was on the correct side of the red line, but linesmen disagree with me, and that's what counts. 16:25 left to go here in the first period. Still no score. As Doherty goes down once again, this time after getting tripped up. Dumped in deep by the Owls and comes back down for Brian Keller. Keller out of Morris Plains, New Jersey. Clears to the line, kept in. Shot comes in, that goes wide. And Al McGahee on the near side. Sidesteps one check, poked forward by Doherty. Cleared to center ice. Perezzi picks it up, though, for Temple. And they'll try to move right back into the zone. Stephen Kennedy didn't decide if he wanted to give it to Luongo or not. And instead, he'll throw it in deep. Lombardi throws back to the near side corner right in front of us, and absorbing the shoulder was Brian Keller after the hit by Kennedy. Kept alive by the Owls. Keller comes up with it, clears it off the glass and out to center ice. Rolling puck may go for icing, and it is going to be waved off. Picked up here by McGahee on the intercept. Shot comes in off the outside of the net. Trying to back at it in front, and doing so there was Chris McDermott. But unfortunately, Patrick Curiali unable to get it on cage. So big opportunity there for the Rowan Profs on the giveaway as here's Stephen Kennedy. Kennedy drifts slowly into the zone. Backhand try, easily gloved down by Cody Riley. Stopping play. 15:21 left to go in the first. Still no score, and now Cody, you get a chance to talk. There's some really good flow in this game so far, huh?
Yeah, definitely some really good flow. A lot of pressure from Rowan early on, though, Tom, and really that's what Rowan's asset is as far as going offensively, and that's been the key to their success as of late. Putting the pressure on, trying to get an offensive flow going. You see the speed line is out there right now. You got to look on them, check on them here, as they have been a key asset to the offense.
A long pass intended for Chris McDermott. Goes all the way down for icing. 15:15 left to go here in the first period. Shots on goal sitting at 2-2. A rare 3-game weekend here for the Rowan Profs. Usually you get your Friday, Saturday, rare Sunday. A lot of Sundays this year. As normally Temple plays their home games on Friday and Saturday night, but they have a 2 p.m. Sunday slot all season long. As a shot comes in, fought off there by Riley. Rebound bouncing away towards Kennedy. Kennedy got that initial shot, and it looked like it stung Riley, but it looks like he's going to stay in. Again, this is his third straight start as well on the weekend. We'll certainly have to keep an eye as far as conditioning is concerned. There's a thrown out in front, saved by Riley. Rebound, they're still digging, and a scrum in front. They'll break it up relatively quickly. You can see the desperation for Temple. Again, Temple has not defeated Rowan in quite a few years. And these guys all know it, especially their upperclassmen. And by the way, say hello to all the people walking by the camera. That's just where we are.
Yeah, and such a big rivalry game here, Tom, as well. It's the Battle of the Owls here with Temple and Rowan. And tensions are going to rise, and it's going to come against some scrums here. It might come to a fight? Hopefully not. We really don't want to see that, as Robert Wilworth got the punishment for that one yesterday, as he is not in the game today.
The shot comes in from the outside, slowly deflected away from Riley. Comes far side. Lazuski will tap it over now for Brennan. Brennan gains the line, tries to move into the zone. Brennan cuts across, knifed off his stick. Temple tries to move the other way, but a good little check there by Nikolai. Not exactly known for his physical prowess, but he was able to knock down the Temple captain, Greg Malinowski. 14:26 left to go here in the first period. Still no score. Tom Williams and Cody Decker on the call.
And this front line out here now, Tom, this is going to be a key thing here for the Profs, as they are currently losing these shots on goal battle. But this line, I feel, can get off to a good start, win the face-off, get a flow going. Maybe Shane Brennan or Brett Leszewski can come out with a goal here and lead the team to their first goal here in this one.
Taken over by Rowan. They'll dump into the far side corner. That was Nikolai throwing it to the corner. Getting there first, though, is Jason Lombardi. And plenty of room here for Patrick Hanrahan to try to clear out, but it's intercepted right back to Lazuski with a shot save. Rebound ends up in the corner. So just when you think that the Temple Owls are going to get out of the zone, Rowan does a really good job on that forecheck, as it hit a weird bounce off the boards. Clears it to the line, but once again kept alive by the Profs. Circled up ahead, intercepted by Lazuski, but taken right back by the Owls. Good job once again by Lazuski out of Sicklerville, New Jersey. Really good shift for him. Knife down by what looks like a high stick by Quigley, but they wave it off, and Rowan will clear all the way down. 13:38 left to go here in the first. Shots on goal sitting at 5-3 in favor of Temple. Last time these two teams met was back in October over at Holly Dells. That's cleared out of play. It was a win for the Rowan Profs by a score of 4-2. Alex Paul is scoring twice. Matt Morelli and Alec Nikolai scoring once each. David Brewer and Cody Vassa tallied for Temple. Cody Riley made 27 saves for the Profs. And Eric Szymborski, 21 saves for the Owls in that one. As Doherty controls, going around to the near side for Nick Fowler. Fowler up the middle, tipped to the far side for McGahee. He tries to jump through, but offsides is Rogers. And play is stopped. 13:18 left to go here in the first period.
Alec Pohl has been a very impactful player on this Rowan team. 8 points in the last 2 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. A key player on this energy line along with Mike McGahee. So really a really great speed skater, a really great puck handler, and he's a very good asset to this Profs team that should contribute to their success today if they can pull out a win here.
We talked earlier about conditioning. Now, Rowan, traditionally, they run 4 lines, so that should help. But they've been shortening up the bench just a little bit in some of these tight games. Yes, against Ryder 2 nights ago. Yeah, easy chance to run 4 lines. If they had the players, they could have ran 5 lines with that 9-2 victory. Last night, a little bit closer, so I believe they didn't really, that 4th line didn't see a whole lot of action towards the end of that game. So again, conditioning may become a factor. Swing and a miss there, trying to throw it on Cage was David Brewer. And here comes Polis. Gets hooked off, still powers through it, tries to loft out in front for himself. McGahee will chop back behind the cage. Taken here by Grayson Petty. Shoulder to shoulder with Chris Carnival. Petty comes out of the scrum, comes to the near side corner, and he'll reverse it now for Curiali. Curiali trying to throw back in front for Petty, who was streaking through. Taken back once again. Slava Auction gets knifed down. He's someone else who's very dangerous. Pass back by Petty, and forced to play at center ice is Doherty. Doherty, interesting move to get into the zone. Shot comes in, that goes wide. Doherty is someone certainly that Temple has to keep an eye on, by the way. Very much at least reminds me of Scott Niedermeyer. The ability to go goal line to goal line. Great defensively, a great quarterback on the power play. Slava Auction picks it up. He gets stood up. Good check on him, and it's cleared down by the Owls. Race for the puck doesn't matter as icing is waved off, taken here by Tyler Schickner. Schickner out of East Windsor, New Jersey, gets it right back after a poke check, cleared off the glass, and that's going to go all the way down, and that will go for icing against the Rowan Profs. 11:39 left to go in the first period, still no score. Rowan Profs and the Temple Owls, final meeting of the regular season between these two clubs.
Great comparison there, Tom. Scott Niedermeyer, that's a very good comparison in my opinion. Scott Niedermeyer anchoring the Devils for a long time in that defense. Andrew Doherty doing the same here at Rowan, but a very, very good defenseman and a great player for the Profs.
Turnaround try, save there by Riley. Rebound is covered up. He wanted to sweep it back behind the cage for Schickner, but a good job by Luongo to stop him from doing that and forcing the cover in the deep faceoff. Yeah, you notice that with Doherty, his first season in. Again, tall and lanky, not a whole lot of mass to him, but he's tall and he's quick. that first step from behind the cage is something that the entire league has already figured out. As a shot comes in, and it's off the shoulder of Riley. Krulakowski will throw to the far side. It's dumped back behind the cage. Krulakowski battling once again, but swept away by Brennan. Far side, lifted forward by Lazuski and out to center ice. So now Temple turning the tide a little bit, throwing a little bit of pressure on the Rowan side of the ice. What makes it nice and easy for us, it's right in front of us. But certainly not good for the Rowan Profs. Cleared up ahead here, and here's Alec Nikolai. Nikolai has scored in 5 straight games. Pass is intercepted by Kennedy. And cross-ice pass intended here for Joey Powell. Chases to the near side corner against Brian Keller. Powell gets through, thrown out in front, tapped away, and tipped towards the corner by Kennedy. Kennedy back to the point. Vasa with the wrist shot, saved by Riley. Rebounds loose, and it's lifted wide. Riley thought he had it, but Kennedy had the open shot and missed. Cleared back to the point. Here's Brewer. Across now for Kennedy. Trying to keep his hands free. Takes the shot, blocked away by Brennan. Clear to the far side, backhand try, and that goes wide by Kennedy, who's all over the place on this shift for the Temple Owls. Kennedy back behind the cage, lost control there, and taken by Keller. Backhands all the way down, and icing looks to be called here against Rowan, and it will be, as winning the race is Matthew Krulakowski. 10:21 left to go in the first period, still no score here in Philadelphia.
And now Temple is shifting the momentum their way a little bit, putting the pressure on, and Cody Riley almost lost the puck there. He actually did end up losing the puck, and the puck was put in a pretty desperate position right in front of the net. Any sort of rebound chance could have found the twine.
Oh, an opportunity here for Rowan. Possible 2-on-1 as the penalty's coming up. Here's an opportunity, backhand try, score! Great move, I believe that is Alec Nikolai. Picks up goal number 14 on the season as Lazuski was hooked. 10-11 left to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Rowan.
Right off the face-off, and the Profs get it back on a 2-on-1 opportunity. Brett Leshevsky coming out with it is hooked, but does not allow that to sway his momentum a little bit. He's able to go with the play, bring it up for Nikolai as he's able to backhand that into the net, and the Profs take a 1-0 lead here.
And the better news is, even though they scored the goal, the penalty still does apply according to ACHA rules. So not only do they get the goal, the Rowan Profs go on the power play. And a chance here to double things up. It looks like we may have had another internet outage. If you missed it, Alec Nikolai just scored on a delayed penalty. His 14th goal of the season. And going to the box for Temple will be Patrick Henrahan. So a chance here with 10:08 left to go here in the first to increase the lead. As in the far side, this is going to be Doherty. After that was Slava Auction to throw it now for Polis. Polis traditionally plays the point on the power play for the Rowan Profs. He's coming in deep this time, though, as it's wrapped around. Polis out in front. And it's cleared back behind the cage, and Carnival able to clear all the way down away from the diving Slava Auction. 9 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the first. 1:30 remaining in the Rowan power play. Here's Alex Polis. Polis, cross-ice pass for Slava Auction out of Staten Island, New York. He'll move in towards the corner and then stops. Thrown all the way across. Wrist shot comes in. Save, rebound, loose in front. Slava Auction tries a shot while diving, but did not get much on it. And it's cleared to center ice. Nice opportunity there for Tyler Rogers. And again, I haven't been around nearly as much this year as in years past, but certainly hearing a lot of great things about Tyler Rogers in his first season as a Rowan Prof. Taken here by Brennan, the captain, and leaves it now for Alec Nikolai. Nikolai trying to cut his way through, gains the line, moves into the zone. 54 seconds left to go in the power play, lofted all the way across. It's intercepted. I believe that pass was intended for Nick Fowler, but it was deflected and cleared to center ice. Now Doherty here for Fowler. Fowler out of Tabernacle, New Jersey. He'll escape back behind his own cage and regroup. 40 seconds left to go in the Rowan power play as Nikolai from behind the cage turns on the speed. Doesn't have too many in the way of options, so he'll just gain the line and dump in deep. Brennan on the forecheck along with Nikolai. Carnival tries to pin it there and wait for help from Vasa, but spins away from the forecheck, and he'll come out clean. 2-on-2 possibility here. Now it turns into a breakaway as here comes O'Donnell with a shot and he scores. O'Donnell was allowed to sneak back behind the defense and throw home a shorthanded goal for his 15th of the season. 8:30 left to go in the first. We're tied at 1.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Profs, and it seems to be happening lately where they get these turnovers, and a team is able to capitalize right away. Coming off the breakaway, O'Donnell able to make some moves. It's only him and Riley, and O'Donnell comes out with the win, finding the twine, and we are tied here at 1.
That's the kind of momentum changer that could really hurt a team, especially once you get later in the season, trying to move up the rankings, trying to get as good a position as possible when it comes to regional considerations, and also staying near the top of the division for playoff seeding as well. And the competition only gets tougher as Doherty comes in offsides. Again, the competition again only gets tougher as the season moves along. Those of you who were watching the live version, well, it looks like the live version is down, but the recording is going just fine, it seems. So we'll just keep on broadcasting as it's controlled here by Rowan. Dumped in deep back behind the cage. Almost trickles out in front, but taken here by Szymborski on the cover. And play is stopped. Yeah, we were expecting the Wi-Fi to be a little wonky on us today, weren't we? So we will push on.
We just had a really bad luck this weekend with Wi-Fi, Tom. At Ryder, we weren't able to give you the live broadcast. We were able to do it off a cell phone last night at
fantastic job,
the game against Wagner. Thank you very much. And having trouble again here today, so just bear with us, folks.
Slav Auction goes down. It's taken here by Tyler Glassman. 5 goals on the air for Glassman. His first 5 goals, I believe, of his collegiate career. It's cleared to center ice. Now possible 2-on-2 here for the Temple Owls. Moving in now is McKinney. Tries a drive. Turns into a drop pass for Brewer. Brewer, the shot fought off there by Riley. And it'll go the other way now for Slava Auction. He'll turn on the speed. Trying to escape the back check. Gets stood up there. A check from O'Donnell. And it'll come the other way and clear the line. Kept alive. Shot comes in by Lazuski. He goes wide into the corner. Pinching in is Slava Auction back behind now for Curiali. Clear to the far side boards, and here come the Owls. Another possible 2-on-2. Instead, gaining the line and dumping in deep is Justin McKinney. Back behind the cage it goes, and it's taken now by Logan Rogers. Rogers across, passes behind Lazuski. He'll bank forward and cleared right back to center ice. Now Shane Brennan will try to move into the zone. He's harassed from behind, and that causes the offside. 6:54 left to go in the first period. We stay tied at 1.
Yeah, the Profs are going to need to come back into this game now, and coming off of the breakaway, off a turnover, you're going to need to come back with that pressure that's been so successful in your offense. Bring the pressure on Temple Owls, get an offensive flow going, get a high percentage shot. It's been a key point of your offense this whole season.
Temple will dump in deep after the face-off win. Wilikowski tries to swing it out in front, taken by Lazuski out to center ice. Dumback will slow it down and swung right back on cage. Riley had to be on his toes, and he'll throw it over now for Rogers. Logan Rogers out of Howell, New Jersey, all the way around, hits a chink in the boards, comes out in front for Kennedy with a drive, and it just missed. Hard off the backboard, but taken here by Brennan. 6:20 left to go in the first period, tied at 1. Brennan banks it forward, trying to move in Lazuski towards the corner. Trying to sweep it away there was the defenseman Anthony. Goes out to the near side and taken now by Kennedy. So a nice little rush turns into nothing as Kennedy will sky it into the zone. Now Fowler being harassed from behind. Powell almost knocked it away, but spinning away with control is Fowler. Fowler tries the far side, up ahead now for Lazuski, banks it off the boards, trying to get Brennan, couldn't connect. Carnival up the middle, taken now by Kennedy. Kennedy toe drags into the zone, throws it across, passes behind Luongo, and McGahee will one hand out to the neutral zone. 5:40 left to go here in the first. Pass up ahead now for Kennedy once again. Correction, that was Perezzi. Doesn't matter, it's intercepted off of him as McGahee tries a toe drag shot that goes high and out of play. May have been deflected. And with 5:33 left to go here in the first, it stays a 1-1 tie between the Rowan Profs and the Temple Owls.
And this energy line back out there now. Alex Polis, watch him. Mike McGahee, 2 players to watch. They've been key forces on this energy line and coming up big for the Profs and their success.
Possible 3-on-2 here for the Owls. Trying to break in here is David Pataki. Pataki backhand try, gloved down by Riley. It was over his head, but he didn't want any bit of any more of a rush, so he'll stop play with 5:23 left to go here in the first. Looks like the live broadcast is back on. We'll catch you up. Alec Nikolai picked up the goal for the Rowan Profs, but Temple did respond on a breakaway shorthanded goal. And that's where we stand, tied at 1. In between periods, we'll catch you up on all the goals and assists and everything else. Shots on goal sitting at 10-4 in favor of the Temple Owls. Again, this is not a normal thing for the Rowan Profs to be down in shots. Even when they lose games, they tend to outshoot the other team. As delayed penalty coming up here against Temple. They pull the goaltender for the extra attacker, but cannot get from behind their own goal line. Play stopped with 4:58 left to go in the first. Tied at 1, and Rowan will get their second power play of the game. First one didn't go so well, giving up a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, definitely didn't go well at all. Not as planned for Rowan. Off of a power play unit that has improved. They had some struggles early in the season, but has improved and getting an offensive flow, finding the high percentage shots. as they go on their second power play opportunity of the day here. Really looking to see. They need to get more of a flow. They can't allow the puck to be clear. They can't allow a shorthanded goal again. I'm sure Coach Caulfield was not very happy to see that, and he wouldn't like to see it here happen again.
Here's Fowler at the point with a drive, kick save, rebound. Far rebound comes down for Eric Graham. And correcting that is Greg Malinowski, and either way, it's cleared down. In the box, it's going to be David Pataki out of Worcester, Pennsylvania. Not sure what the call was, though. Didn't catch the signal. Brennan, trouble getting out of the zone. Tries to lift it forward, but it's intercepted by Vasa. And looks like Temple will play some four corners. Cleared all the way down. Racing in here is Malinowski. Malinowski against Doherty, short-handed. Dumps it back out to center ice for Vasa. So Temple doing a really good job killing some extra seconds. But now the Rowan Props will start things going. Here is Doherty. Fakes it for Nikolai. Now for Fowler. Coming up ahead through Brennan. Up ahead now for Nikolai. Nikolai moving in with some speed. Nikolai tries to toss out in front, but a good kneeling block by Vasa. Lead to the far side. 2-on-2 scrum ensues. Rowan comes out with it. This is Nikolai all the way back to the point for Doherty. Doherty with a snapshot, and it's blocked. And it's going to be cleared all the way down by Patrick Hanrahan. So the block, the catch up in the corner, and the clear by Hanrahan. As Riley leaves it aside. Skating through is Vasa. Nice dummy move there. And it's taken by Fowler. Up ahead now for Tyler Rogers. Rogers with some room and turns on the speed. Rogers overskates the puck as it was poked away by Vasa, then pushed hard to the boards on a cross-check. Cleared to the line, kept alive by the Props. Polis all the way across to the far side. Picked up. Shot comes in, this time by Quigley. Ends up in the corner. Swept back towards the point, but Slava Auction didn't get a whole lot of it, so this allows Stephen Kennedy to move in short-handed, 2-on-2. Kennedy trying to get his hands free for a shot. Quigley with a good stick lift along with Auction, but Kennedy using that size of him. He's 6'2". He uses every bit of it. And he will clear down. Good job shielding the puck there. As Rowan struggling on the power play once again. 15 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Here is Polis. 3:10 left to go in the period. Intercepted right away by Kennedy. He's just going to stand there and wait for pressure, and then he'll frisbee it all the way down. That'll just about do it for the Rowan power play. As here's Alex Polis trying to get something going now for Nikolai. Taps forward now for Brennan. 3 minutes left to go here in the first. Still tied at 1. Rowan 0 for 2 on the power play. They've also given up a shorty. As they'll have to regroup at center ice. Brian Keller will dump in deep. How much of a forecheck here? It's just Nikolai. Luzuski trying to follow up as well. But Temple able to clear the center ice. Kick forward here by Powell. Tries to chase onto it. But a good job moving back here by the Props. This is Keller. Angled forward. Only gets to the center line. Off the referee. And a chance here for Nikolai to take advantage. Nikolai moving in. Tries to nutmeg through. He's slowed down. Puck stays in the zone, but now taken by Joey Powell. Good forecheck here by Polis. Up to center ice it goes. Schickner slows things down. And even though it comes at the center ice, taken here by Keller. And the Rowan Props still have possession. Now McGahey. McGahey trying to dance through traffic. Goes to the far side on his backhand towards the corner. Trying to come for him, but Carnival slows him down. Then throws him to the boards. Good check on him there as Polis goes down. Carnival comes out with it with a little bit of room, and he'll toss it forward for Brady O'Donnell. O'Donnell sweeps it into the corner. Rattles back behind the cage. Riley tries to slow it down. He reverses it. Trying to pass out in front is O'Donnell. Penalty coming up here on Schickner as he trips up McKinney. Schickner, the international sign for I didn't do it. Well, it looked like he did reach on back and knock down McKinney. And you know what? I'm going to call that a good penalty. If McKinney comes up with the puck there, the net is open, and that's a goal. So that's what we'll call a good penalty, even though it was a bad giveaway back behind the cage. Temple will go on their first power play of the game with 1:42 left to go here in the first, and we're still tied at 1.
Definitely a clean trip up there by Schickner. But again, a good penalty. Rowan has had their problems as far as an open net on the other side coming off a one-timer, and it's been how other teams have been able to score. So good penalty there by Schickner, though, again, we don't like to call penalties good, but that was a good penalty.
Well, you got to keep an eye on that back door. As back behind the cage, this is Kennedy. Trying to swing it out in front. Good kneeling block by Fowler. Kennedy gets it right back now for Vasa. Vasa with a wrist shot, and it goes high. Hard off the backboards. And Kennedy, Riley able to make the save on O'Donnell's little opportunity. O'Donnell gets it back. 1:12 left to go in the period. 1:30 in the power play. So barring a Temple goal, it'll carry over into the second. Kennedy with it, trying to spin away from trouble. Fowler very aggressive on the kill here. O'Donnell comes over to help out. Knocking away once again is Fowler. We're down to a minute left to go in the period. Digging it out here is Kennedy. Stuck in the corners. Goes back now for Vasa. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy, top of the circle, tries a shot blocked out in front. Rebound is cleared all the way down by Curiel, and he'll race off with the rest of his mates for a change. 45 seconds left to go in the power play, in the period rather, for the Temple and Rowan Owls and Profs. And power play will carry over into the second, barring an Owl goal. Cleared into the corner. Good shoulder barge there by Keller. Borderline interference. Almost comes out in front. Shot comes in there by Hanrahan, and a save by Riley. 22 seconds left to go in the period. Lombardi now for Hanrahan, throwing across, all the way across, pass all the way through once again, and Temple unable to connect on that pass. Shot comes in, saved by Riley, rebound trickles on the far side, pass through the legs by Vasa. Correction, yes, it is Vasa, but it is deflected away. Vasa gets it right back. Behind the net, Curiel tries to throw out in front, but can't get it there. Brewer throws it through, goes back to the point, and that will do it for the period. Great pressure by Temple at the end, but they were unable to knock it past Riley during the power play. When we come back in the second, it'll be 19 seconds of power play time. So a chance here for the Temple Owls to start the second period to take a lead. Now, Cody, give us your assessment of Rowan's performance in the first period.
Well, Rowan's performance in the first period, they were putting pressure on early, but it didn't seem to be enough, as they really couldn't get a good offensive flow going. They did have some opportunities in transition, unable to connect and find the twine. Only did find the twine on a breakaway off the pass from Leszewski to Nikolai. But unfortunately, at the end of that period, it really seemed like the Profs, the power play didn't help for the Temple Owls, but the Profs are kind of, I don't know if the intensity's not there, Tom, but it seems like they're maybe, I don't know how to say it, Tom. They honestly just are underestimating Temple, but
let me interject here and let you know, maybe it's the conditioning, playing 3 games in 3 days. Maybe they're either saving something, or maybe they're already tired, which would be a really bad sign for the Profs. A chance here for them right now in between periods to work things out and to rest the legs, get some fluids in them, and come back strong here in the second period. A kill to start off the second period could be really big for them. Usually penalty kills, they jump up a team, and hopefully that'll work out for the Profs.
Yeah, the penalty kill has been really good for the Profs as of late. They came off a weekend last weekend where the penalty kill did struggle. Their penalty kill actually ended up going down to 80% after being about in the 90% mark earlier in the season. But right now, hopefully they can kill off that penalty and continue their penalty kill success, as they have killed off 5 of 6 penalties against Wagner last night. So hopefully they can continue their success and kill off this penalty to start off the second period. I think that'll be a good momentum booster for the Profs.
So after 1, we are tied at 1. Shots on goal, 12-5 in favor of the Temple Owls. When we come back, we will have second period action. You're watching Rowan University Hockey here on RTN Channel 5. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are coming to you from the Flyers Skate Zone in Northeast Philadelphia. Tom Williams here. Alongside me is Cody Decker. To get started with the second period between the Rowan Profs and the Temple Owls, tied at 1. Temple will be on the power play for 19 seconds. We'll switch sides. Temple going away from us, and Rowan coming towards us. Well, looking forward to seeing how Rowan comes out after I'd say a 60-40 first period. Again, they dominated for the first 60% of it. Then towards the end, Temple really did take control, leading in shots 12-5 as we speak.
And really, it's comparative to, if you tuned into the broadcast yesterday with the Wagner game, it was pretty comparative to the second period where, the first period where Rowan came out pressuring for the first half of that whole first period, but then Wagner was able to get some opportunities, and it turned into a power play goal at the end of the first period. So hopefully that doesn't happen with Temple here in the second period, as we have 11 seconds left on the power play.
Just 8 seconds in. Temple stuck at center ice, trying to slap it in. Oh, right into the bench once again. As the coaching staff runs away, there's one of the assistant coaches, Ted Wood, who's going to throw the puck back on the ice. They're coached by former player Ryan Frayne. Very good player for the Temple Owls. Not too long ago, to be honest with you. He's only about 2 or 3 years out of eligibility. As the power play expires, Temple now 0 for 1. Back to full and even strength of both clubs. Temple controls. Thrown to the far side, slapped in here by Krulakowski. Round to the near side, this is Doherty to reverse it now for Fowler. Big shoulder check on him by Krulakowski. Doherty will try the near side this time. High off the glass and cleared to center ice, but Carnevale's there for the Owls. Krulakowski will tip forward, trying to connect here with David Brewer. He'll leave it go back behind the cage, and it's taken here by Shane Brennan. Up to the near side. They'll move in. Slap shot is blocked wide. Good opportunity there for Leszewski. Cleared the line, kept alive. Swept further here by Nikolai. No forecheck on the near side. Carnevale will come out with it for the Temple Owls in the white. Lifted forward, too strong for Luongo. Wasn't quite ready for it. Cleared right back into the zone, and icing will be called here against the Rowan Profs. Didn't look like that was going to go, but fresh ice, not much friction, and it just kept on rolling.
Yeah, fresh cut ice, and that puck able to cross the red line, called for icing. And Temple will get it back where they really want it here, is that they want to take the lead right back in their offensive zone off face-off here. So let's see if Temple can keep the pressure on, and maybe the Profs will be on their heels and Temple can come up with the goal.
Face-off is down, cleared up ahead and out to center ice. Ooh, knocked down by a high stick. So Temple will have to touch up. And that's what they call a good infraction for a high stick, because McGahee was ready for it. And if he would have been able to make that play, he would have been on a breakaway. Instead, it will be a face-off deep in the Temple zone. And it's the chance here for the Profs to see maybe get a face-off win and get something going. Face-off is down. A Rowan glove goes flying. It was Polis's as he loses the face-off. Kennedy tries to clear the center ice and does. Can go all the way down, and icing will be called. So very slow period. So far, just about a minute 35 in. Nothing going on.
Definitely very slow period. Both teams going back and forth, trying to get something going. And really, that's the feeling out process when you start out a period. You're trying to get the momentum, trying to get things your way. And at some point, I'm sure one of these teams will come out with an offensive flow and get something going as the puck goes into the net.
And we had a good flow in the beginning of the game. We even joked about Cody not being able to talk for the first 5 minutes of the game, but ever since, even throughout most of the first period, it's been kind of bogged down with some flashes as Temple will control the face-off. It's taken here by Chris Perezzi. Now for Luongo. Clears the center ice, right back in, off a body, onside. Here comes an opportunity, low 2-on-1. Trying to get a shot on was McGahee, but a good stick check on him by Lombardi. And here comes Kennedy the other way. Comes to the near side. Tries to nutmeg his way through. Comes out in front, but it's docked away. And a possible 2-on-1 here for the Profs. They'll move in on the near side. Thrown across. It's behind and into the skates of Tyler Rogers. Good look on the pass, but just unable to connect. So now the flow starting to pick up back and forth. Slammed in here by Rogers. Goes off the stick, trying to follow up and knock it down with the gloves. Curielli tries a shot and it's deflected high. Here's Slava Auction to lift it back towards the point. Kept alive there by Quigley. Bunted down once again by Auction. Auction on the half boards. Comes out, takes a shot. Saved by Szymborski. Rebound, try, and he scores! Patrick Curielli picks up his third goal of the season on the rebound after the Auction shot. 17:29 left to go in the second, and it's 2-1 Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan putting the pressure on. Now there is a rebound shot has found the twine by Patrick Curielli, and that's the momentum builder the Profs are going to need. You're down 12-6 in shots on goal right now. And just putting that pressure on, being able to try and get any opportunity you can just to stop Temple's momentum. That was what they needed right there to take the lead.
We mentioned earlier, we were talking about Doherty reminding us all about Niedermeyer. Talk about Slava Auction. He reminds me a lot of Jaromir Jagr. He spins off those half-boards and he can fire it so quick. And that certainly did flummox Szymborski, who let up a real big rebound, and Curielli was able to power it past him. 17:13 left to go here in the second, and it's 2-1 Rowan. Face off deep in the Temple zone.
If the Profs can keep the pressure on, there's no stopping them when they get an offensive flow and having the energy that they have. There's no stopping them when they're in their offensive zone and having possession from time to time.
Controlled here, though, by Brady O'Donnell. Comes out in front of his own cage. Lost control, but followed up by Anthony. Anthony will bank it out to center ice past Brewer. All the way across. Too strong for O'Donnell. Taken by Dumbach. Out to center ice. Backhanded forward for Brewer. Brewer moves into the zone for the Owls. Brewer with a shot saved by Riley. Pinching in Dumbach. He'll dump it back towards the corner. And goes back behind the cage. Chasing there is Brewer. Knocked away by Rogers. Intercepted right back. Swept out in front. Save. Rebound loose. They're digging at the side of the net. Temple regains control. Turnaround try. And it's blocked away by Riley. Good opportunity there for Brewer. Now Kennedy back behind the cage. Correction, that's O'Donnell. Back to the point it goes. Drive comes in. Blocked down. Clear to the line. Good keep there, though, by Anthony. Comes now for Kennedy. Turnaround try. Saved by Riley. Rebound at the side of the net. Cleared up ahead. Kept alive by Dumbach. So now the Owls are dangerous, but they have to play at center ice. Anthony dumps right back into the Rowan zone, and icing will be called. He was just on the wrong side of the red line. Play is stopped. 16:20 left to go in the second. It stays 2-1 in favor of the Rowan University Profs.
Temple not allowing that goal to get their morale down or anything. They put the pressure right back on there with a couple of chances. Nice job by Cody Riley to stay with the puck, able to knock a couple shots away on some rebounds as the puck comes back into Temple's zone.
One back to the point here by Rowan. Back to the point. Doherty with a try. Scores! What a rocket from the point. Just over the shoulder and just under the crossbar. Doherty picks up the goal. It's his 7th of the season. 16:15 left to go in the second, and it's 3-1 Rowan.
Coming off right off the face-off, Doherty's there. He's got this slap shot that, as I said it last night, it's one of the best slap shots I've seen. A really quick shot there by Doherty on the slapper, and he finds a twine. It hits off the post inside the net, so that's why it came out a little funny. But the Profs go up 3-1 off a good slap shot. Great slap shot from Andrew Doherty.
As much as we complained about the vantage point, I'm sure that camera shot was perfect. Slow it down at home. And that one just over the shoulder of Szymborski and into the cage. So just like that, 2 shots in the period for the Profs and 2 goals. As now they're looking for more. It's taken here by Tyler Rogers on cage. Easily steered away by Szymborski. Civitella will catch up with it and reverse it now for Carnivale. We'll see how Temple responds. It goes now for Cody Vasa. Vasa gains the line, trying to get it forward, intercepted. But followed up into the corner. Fowler trying to spin away from a double team. Coming over to help out is McGahee. He'll dig it out, and here come the Profs 3-on-2. McGahee turns on the speed as he gets over the line. All the way across for Polis. Polis settles, fires, save there by Szymborski. Saw that through traffic and able to pick it out of the air. 15:24 left to go here in the second period, and it stays 3-1 Rowan.
Good job by Szymborski to work through traffic and try and corral that puck as he does, as it's saved by Szymborski on a good shot by Polis. Really trying to use the traffic trick, shielding the view of the goalie in order to try and find the twine there.
Temple wins the ensuing faceoff, cleared to center ice. They're trying to get something going. Krulikowski tries to chop forward, taken by Hanrahan. Cross now for Civitella. This is Jason Lombardi rather. Shot comes in, they score. Looked like it was deflected out in front. Not sure by who, but it found its way through the legs of Cody Riley. 15:08 left to go in the second. Temple cuts the lead in half. It's 3-2 Rowan.
And Temple's been putting pressure on all game, and there's another example of it right there, coming off a face-off after a goal by Doherty. Putting the pressure on, just really putting it out there and hoping a deflection changes the direction of the puck. It does, going through the legs of Cody Riley, and we got a good game here, 3-2. Your Profs are up.
That's one thing that Rowan has done a lot of this year, is playing a few high-scoring games, whether it be D2 or D3. They've all played some high-scoring games. As now this is Slav Auction with an opportunity, and it's a save by Szymborski. It was going wide, but he snatched it down anyway. 14:55 left to go in the second, and it's a 3-2 lead. Well, we'll get the goal scoring in the second period, after the second period. Again, they're not using a public address announcer right now, unfortunately. But as soon as we get a chance, we'll give you the correct scoring for the first period, as we had a chance to walk over and check out the score sheet. Hanrahan back behind the cage under pressure, intercepted, backhand try, save, rebound, backhand try, goes wide. Brennan with 2 opportunities, and it just would not go. Nikolai back to the point, Schickner with a shot that just missed the post. Leszewski chases to the far side. That's intercepted here by Kennedy. Comes out in front of his own cage, but still able to spirit it out to center ice for Krulikowski. All the way across, tap forward now by Powell. But could not stay in the zone. Intercepted. Here comes Nikolai into the zone. Cuts wide. Nikolai turns into a mini break. Shot comes in. Saves Szymborski. Swept out to the line. And out the center ice by Krulikowski. Now Lombardi will try to go the other way, but he's cut off. It's intercepted. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound. Loose in front. And it's stopped again by Riley. Great back and forth action as it's eventually cleared down. Icing will be waved off. So Hanrahan will pick it up. And Rowan will regroup. They get a complete change on. So does Temple, I believe. Kennedy tries to move in. He's slowed down at the blue line. Second try. He's able to slam it all the way around. Pinching in Civitella. Pitchforks towards the corner. Knocked down there. Trying to follow up here is Vasa. Shouldered off there by Rogers. Coming to help out is Polis. Hits off the Zamboni door. Almost came out in front. Kennedy comes up with it. Kennedy pulls it away from Polis. And spins to find room. Back to the point here for Civitella. Backhands towards the corner. It's knocked down. Rowan can break out. Possible 3-on-2. Pass up ahead. Too strong for Leszewski. Comes towards the corner. They'll battle here with Carnival. Trying to escape through with Polis. Over skates the puck. Kempinski Clears it up ahead and cleared down for Kennedy by Luongo. Kennedy over his skates. Maybe gotten cut off there by the linesman. Now Alex Polis will regroup it here for Doherty. Doherty to the far side for Fowler. Lofts it up ahead. Polis wasn't ready for it. It goes all the way down, and icing will be called. Polis was looking the wrong way. He's looking over the wrong shoulder. 13:04 left to go here in the second period. 3-2 lead for the Rowan Profs. After the first, it was tied at 1. And the goal scoring, it was Alec Nikolai for the Rowan Profs, with Brent Lazuski picking up the assist. And Brady O'Donnell scored for the Temple Owls, the assist going to Chris Carnavale. Again, we'll get you the rest of the scoring at the end of the period. So we're now under 13 minutes left to go in the second. 3-2 Rowan, and they'll break in the zone 2-on-2. Here's Polis once again. Cuts wide, tries a shot, and it's sticked away. Heads towards the corner. Polis is there, trying to get it back towards the point. Fowler pinches, takes the shot, saves Szymborski. Rebound, skated away by Carnavale. And he will clear all the way down. Race for the puck will be won by Temple, so icing is waved off. And David Pataki gets slammed down there by Doherty. And we talk about Doherty's defensive prowess, but he's not a big hitter. But a good check there. Taken back down for Civitella to the point. Drive comes in. Kick save by Riley. Rebound shot. Save once again by Riley as it goes into a pile into the corner. Curiel tries to dig it out. Cleared back to the point for Civitella with a shot blocked out in front. And then eventually deflected wide off the stick of David Pataki. Here comes Rowan the other way. Trying to clear out. Comes now for Fowler. He has plenty of room now. Temple will complete a change. See if Rowan can beat him on it. Cleared all the way down as it was a pass intended for McGahee. And we may have a penalty coming up. No, it's the referee stopping the change for Rowan. After the icing call, 12:01 left to go here in the second. 3-2 in favor of the Profs.
And really the difference maker in this game, as far as the goal scoring is concerned, is transition opportunities. Really no team has been able to get some good offensive flow unless they are on a man advantage. So it's able to get these breakaway opportunities, these transition opportunities, getting the defense out of position, and taking advantage of a defense that's maybe out of position or just on the other side of the ice and getting beat out speed-wise.
Yeah, no real sustained flow or pressure for either club just yet. Rowan has really come back in shots, by the way. It was 12-5 after the first in favor of Temple. Now it's 17-12. So that's really kind of evened out, at least a little bit. As Doherty from the outside tries a shot well wide, serves as a nice dump, and he'll come off for the change. Ryan Dumback goes up the middle here for Brewer. Brewer has options, banks it forward, looking for McKinney. McKinney thrown out in front. Trying to backhand it further here is O'Donnell. Loose in the slot and intercepted. Trying to break out here. Rowan, but it goes off the backside of Slava Auction. Otherwise, he was off to the races. Fowler comes up with it, backhands ahead. Trying to bunt forward here is Auction. Tipped further out to the line here for Lazuski. He'll spin to the forehand, tries to dump to the corner, side steps the check of Hanrahan. They're digging 2-on-2, back to the point. Unable to keep alive were the Profs, but they'll still dump in. Trying the near side now is McKinney. Goes back behind the cage, chasing in his Brewer. Kicked away back to the far side. Could be too many men there for Temple, but the linesman denies that. Goes back behind the cage. Brewer chases down. Gets there first for the Temple Owls. Thrown out in front by Krulikowski, goes all the way through. And here comes Leshevsky. Ooh, big miss of a check there as Brennan sidesteps it. Shot comes in off the mask of Szymborski, and he covers up. Play is stopped. Looked like Brennan was about to be freight trained there. Luckily for him, he saw it last second and was able to sidestep it.
Yeah, coming in there is a little bit of a hard hit there, but a good play by Szymborski off the shot, able to corral it, bring it back into his glove and freeze it as we are coming off the face-off here for the Profs in the Temple zone.
10-12 left to go here, second period, 3-2 in favor of the Rowan Profs. I'm Tom Williams. Thanks so much for joining us. Alongside me is Cody Decker. Cleared all the way down. Icing will be waved off as Temple will get there first. Malinowski gets there. Tries to spin it back behind the cage, but come off by Quigley. Taken right back by Vasa. Vasa towards the corner. Vasa back to the point. Hanrahan all the way across. Luongo with a shot that goes into the corner. Vasa throws out in front, deflected away, this time by Malinowski to the far side corner. Swung on and dumped back to the point, kept alive. Malinowski a shot, that's blocked wide. Good forecheck here by Temple, loose out in front. McGahee knocks it away, and here come the Profs the other way. Banked forward, trying to chase onto it here is Rogers. He taps it towards the corner. Good battle here as Lombardi cut him off, but a good job by Rogers to really fight him the whole way. It comes to the near side corner, and Polis tries to swing it back behind the cage. Hanrahan stops it. Hanrahan up to the far side, out to center ice. Malinowski cut off by Doherty. Backhands ahead for McGahee. Tries to swing it further, but it's intercepted and cleared down. 9:05 left to go here in the second. 3-2 Rowan. As Doherty will come out with it. Turns on the speed to the outside. Doherty knocked down on the play. He'll slide into the corner. Puck will come to the near side. Hanrahan pushed off. Kennedy tried to sweep through. Couldn't do it. Now he'll reach back up against Chris McDermott, and he'll come out the other way. Now this is Kennedy into the zone. Tries the shot. Blocked it away by Riley. Rowan really backed off there defensively. That could be very dangerous against somebody who has a really wicked shot. Fowler battles with Powell. Glove down by Kennedy, trying to come out in front. It's intercepted by the Prost. They'll come the other way. Possible 3-on-2. Here's Polis moving in. Polis knifed off his stick. Comes now for McDermott in the near side. Along with Polis, 2-on-2 scrum. Escaping out here is Kennedy back behind the cage. 8 minutes, 17 seconds left to go here in the second period. Cleared to center ice. Ooh, Auction goes down hard and awkwardly. Looks like he's okay as he pokes it into the corner and comes off for the change. Round the near side down for Stephen Kennedy, former Philadelphia Revolution product, will clear to center ice. Right back in, off a high stick, glove down by Vasa. So the face-off will be deep in the zone, and a chance here for the Rowan Profs to get something going. With 8:02 left to go in the second, they continue their lead at 3-2.
Yeah, the Profs will get it back in the Temple zone here off the high stick, and really, I'm really interested to see if Rowan can win the face-off and try and get some sort of offensive flow going. And no team really has established it here in this period. They've tried to, but it's just passes not connecting to their destinations. So let's see if Rowan can get something going here.
Nikolai in the corner, all the way back towards the point. Shot through traffic, deflected, kick save, rebound up the side of the net by Nikolai. He gloves it down, tries to get it out in front, but he's pushed off by Brewer and then thrown down. Near side, this is Leshevsky. Leshevsky dumps to the far side. Pinching in is the defenseman. Now for Leshevsky. He gets shouldered off by Civitella. Rowan dedicating 3 below the goal line. Goes all the way back to the point and dumped in deep. Leshevsky will chase to the near side corner. Looking out in front. Comes out in front. Back here. Try deflected wide. Now Brennan comes up with it towards the corner. Brennan banked back to the point. Now back towards the corner. Too strong for Leshevsky. Poked away from him. Back behind the cage. Leshevsky tries to throw it in front. Goes off a leg. Comes to the near side. Big check there on McKinney by Brennan. Brennan tries to spirit it to the corner now for Nikolai. Back to Brennan. Brennan has room. Takes a shot and it goes wide. Far side defenseman keeps it alive. Now here's the flow we've been looking for the Rowan Profs. Big time pressures. They look dangerous. Nikolai now for Leshevsky. Backhand pass out in front and shot wide. Loose. And it's going to be Carnival going the other way. Good pressure for about a minute and a half or so. As Carnival will duck towards the corner to see if he can get something going for the Temple Owls. It's 3-2 Rowan Profs here from the skate zone in Philadelphia. Swung out in front. No Owls there, and that allows the Profs to come to center ice. Thrown into the zone, chasing in here McGahee. McGahee wearing number 91. Thrown across, deflected all the way through. Too strong for Rogers, who chases. He dumps it back to the point. Shot comes in, deflected. Side of the cage, unable to pick it up cleanly there was Polis. Comes out now for Anthony, rather. He'll gain the line, slap it on cage. Easy stick save for Riley. And we'll see if they can catch him on the changes. Here comes McGahee into the zone on a break. McGahee, backhand try off the crossbar. Good fake that knocked down Zemborski, but unable to lift it on cage as he'll try again. Tries the backhander, stick checked and slashed. And that penalty will be called as McGahee is down. And then gets tripped over by Brewer, and that one hurt. McGahee got slashed right on the hand right away. You knew that one hurt. It sounded like it hit stick. So when you go stick to hand and it sounds like stick, that hurts. Looks like he's not too much worse for the wear.
Something McGahee's just going to have to shake off here, and he'll be all right. He's going to come off the ice. Hopefully he'll be all right. He's a very key player for the Profs. Probably nothing too serious as a penalty was called for slashing. The Profs go back on the power play for their third opportunity of the game here.
McGahee, the former Penn State Brandywine product, transferring over to Rowan. So far in the season, 6 goals on the year. So certainly look to have him back as the power play begins here for the Profs. Quigley moves in with a shot, and that goes just wide. He was allowed to move in from the blue line to the top of the circle. That's a lot of room. This auction now for Quigley. Quigley moves in slowly, takes the shot, blocked down by Malinowski, tries to chop it forward. He'll spike it up ahead, and that will go for a hand pass. Vass is not going to touch. He's going to kill some extra seconds, and the hand pass will eventually be called. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left to go here in the second period. 1:31 remaining in the Rowan power play. They're leading by a score of 3-2. We'll confirm all the goal scorers at the start of the third period. Again, they're not employing a public address announcer tonight here at the skate zone, so we'll have to regroup and figure that out. Rowan doesn't care who scores as long as they have the higher number at the end of the game. It's taken here by Quigley. Quigley looking out in front. Quigley back behind the cage. Tries to bank out in front for himself and does. Shot comes in. Saved by Szymborski. And he will hold on. Quigley was there and getting knocked down out in front was another Rowan player, and that was Tyler Glassman.
Good opportunities here for the Pros. Nice idea by Quigley going from behind the net, trying to center it in and try and play it himself. Off a deflection, trying to find the twine there, but unable to do so with 1:20 left here on the power play.
Face-off is down. Brennan tries to win it back. Able to eventually do so for Fowler. Up ahead now for Nikolai. Tapped off his stick, taken by Kennedy. Good pinch in here by Fowler, but wasn't strong on the puck, and that allowed Kennedy to clear all the way down. 1:05 left to go in the Rowan power play. 5 minutes left to go second period. Here's Andrew Doherty, former Flyers youth product. And he'll pass up ahead to start the rush. Banked forward. And they'll come into the zone. This is Nikolai trying to split the defense. But it's knocked off of him. Leszewski out of the near side corner for Nikolai. Nikolai looking for Leszewski. Rolls back to the point for Doherty. Doherty comes across. Tries the wrist shot. Saved by Szymborski. And he'll hold on, stopping play. 4:37 left to go here in the second. 41 seconds remaining in the Rowan power play.
Wrist shot fired there, and Nikolai came across trying to deflect the puck, send it over on a different direction for the goal, but Szymborski is able to stop the wrist shot right away and freeze the puck.
Rowan keeps it alive. Shot from the point. Kick saved by Szymborski through traffic on the slapper from Fowler. Now Leszewski to the corner now for Brennan. Brennan looking up, looking for options towards the point. Has Doherty, gets it to him. Kennedy lost the stick. Shot comes in. That's blocked towards the corner. So now it looks like a 5-on-3 as it's kicked towards the corner once again. Cleared to the near side. And it's taken by Leszewski. Carnival gets his stick right back. Now taken by Nikolai. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Back to the point. Now for Doherty. One-time drive, and it goes high and wide. Now Leszewski towards the corner. Looking out in front. Spins to the corner. Leszewski looking, has nothing. Drop now for Nikolai. Power play expires. Fowler shot. Just missed the near side post. Doherty's going to pinch. Back to even strength. Knife down by Kennedy in the corner. Has plenty of time. And he'll throw it all the way across and clear to center ice. So Rowan 0 for 3 on the power play. As it'll come in towards Cage. Good forecheck here by Temple. And they'll take control. Now for O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a shot. Saved by Riley. Rebound is loose. And then covered up by Riley. And play is stopped. Oh, now we are pushing and shoving out in front as Brennan looks like he knocks down Stephen Kennedy. Temple fans hoping for a penalty. They may get one here.
If you're the Pros with a 3-2 lead, you don't want your emotions getting high and getting a penalty that you don't want to. That's really unnecessary for Brennan to come in there and try and push down another Temple player. Not a smart play on his move. And it looks like he might be going to the box.
Maybe just him, maybe coincidentals, but it looks like it is just going to be Brennan. And it's 2 minutes for roughing. So Temple will go on the power play for the second time. They are 0 for 1. And again, you just don't want to let up the momentum. And even if you were out shooting a team by 20, all it takes is one bounce. And it goes in the cage. And you know what? It would be a tie game. You certainly don't want to give Temple that kind of life when you've been taking care of business here in the second period so far. Although Temple did score the last goal, Rowan has carried much of the play. So we'll see how Temple's power play looks here, but they're going to have to wait as Curiel will dump back behind the cage. Keller clears around to the far side, kept in by Hanrahan, tries to chop to the corner. Taken here by Kennedy. Kennedy turns and fires, and it goes wide. Schichter can't control, taken by Curiel, thrown out in front. And it's cleared back to the point. Hanrahan with a drive, saved by Riley as he cut off the angle nicely. And he'll hold on, stopping play. 3:11 left to go here in the second. 1:39 remaining in the Temple power play.
Way to go by Cody Riley on that play to become able to come out. There was a player standing right next to him who was looking probably to deflect that puck into the net, but Riley able to come out and stop the angle of that passing opportunity and shot opportunity. Great job by Cody Riley. Well played. He's been making some good plays today, which has been the difference maker here for the Profs and holding this lead.
Hanrahan will pass up ahead as the power play continues. Thrown across, tipped on Cage, and it goes wide by Luongo. A nice open pass here from Kennedy, but just could not get it on Cage, and Rowan is able to clear. By the way, those who are watching live and are getting frustrated by our lack of internet, this game is being recorded and will be broadcasted in its entirety at a later date or time. So just thank you so much for your patience. We're doing our very best to bring you the broadcast as completely as possible. As Kennedy controls, back to the point now for Hanrahan. Tries to chop up ahead for Vasa. Knocked off. Possible breakout here for Rowan, but it's touched with a high stick and play is stopped. 2:37 left to go, second period. 1:05 remaining in the Temple power play. Rowan leading 3-2 as we come to you from the Flyers skate zone in Northeast Philadelphia. Tom Willems here alongside me is Cody Decker. My first Rowan broadcast in a little while. I'm glad to be back for at least, well, for one more game at least.
Definitely great to have you back, Tom, as well.
And you guys have done a fantastic job. I left it in great hands. I am very, very pleased with the job that yourself, Jeremy Cashin, and the rest of the crew, Thomas DiNapoli, and Benny's done a great job on the play-by-play as well. So, and speaking of Thomas DiNapoli, hopefully he's feeling better and getting better at home. It was a appendix situation with him?
Appendix removal surgery, yeah.
So hopefully he's all right as he's watching at home. And we'll have him back on the mic very soon. It's cleared all the way down here by the Rowan Profs. Race for the puck. Coming back to pick it up here is Malinowski. Under pressure from McGahee. Just keeps on digging. Cleared off of Polis and out to center ice. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Comes in on Cage, and Riley clears up ahead. Knife down. Possible breakaway here for Rowan. Tapped across. Good sliding play there by Semborski, and he'll try to throw it forward, but the referee does blow play dead. Very aggressive play there from Semborski. Had no choice as McGahee. For some reason, Temple's Powell is giving him the business. Some players just don't understand sometimes that there is going to be contact with the goaltender when he dives at you. You don't have to always protect your goaltender's silliness. There by Powell for Temple.
It's a first instinct move, I think, by players, Tom, just to defend your goalie. But, yeah, really not needed there as McGahee was on a breakaway. Zemborski made the decision to come out on an aggressive play.
And it was a great play there as it stopped a shorthanded opportunity. 10 seconds to go in the Owl power play. Lombardi will try to come forward. Leshevsky slows him down. Doherty tries to bank it forward. Now Hanrahan will move it on the far side. The power play expires. Temple now 0 for 2 on the man advantage. The shot comes in, saved by Riley. And he'll hold on to stop play. 1:27 left to go in the second.
And the man advantage has not been a friend to anybody today. 0 for 5 for both teams total as this game goes on. And really for the Profs, what was really key there was that breakaway chance for McGahee. He really ate away the last seconds of the power play there. So nice job by the penalty kill of Rowan.
Lombardi will control. He'll dump it in deep on an offside position, so Temple will have to clear. And here's Tyler Schickner. Schickner out of East Windsor, New Jersey. Long pass up ahead off of Brennan. Brennan tries to glove it down, coming in one-on-one, takes a shot, just missed the near side elbow. Keller tries to bank it up ahead. Thrown out in front, goes all the way through. And now taken by Polis. He'll dump it back behind the cage. Leshevsky, he gets chopped off there by Hanrahan. Now Nikolai in the corner. Nikolai out in front, deflected away by Lombardi and cleared to center ice. 50 seconds left to go, second period. Dumped in deep, taken here by Hanrahan. See if Temple can get a last rush going here for Kennedy. Kennedy comes in with O'Donnell. Kennedy looking out in front as he drifts to the corner. Thrown out in front, deflected to the far side. Now Rogers will chase onto it. Rogers tries to bank forward. Tries to punch it forward, and he actually does, and it could be a 2-on-1 here for Rowan. Coming in, this is Nikolai. No, it's going to be Polis. He's tripped up, penalty coming. And what do we have here? It looks like it's just going to be the penalty on O'Donnell. Oh, is it on O'Donnell or Lombardi? Either way, Rowan will go on the power play. I thought there might have been a chance for the penalty shot, but it did not look like he had a full stride length. And it looks like 2 Temple players are in that box. I saw Lombardi, and maybe Brady O'Donnell followed. And the one signal I did see was the 10-minute misconduct. So Jason Lombardi's in the box. 2 minutes go up for him, and I believe it is O'Donnell who gets the 10. That does not go up on the board. But either way, Rowan does get themselves a power play, and barring a goal here in the next 25 seconds, it'll carry over into the third. This could be huge here for momentum's sake.
Definitely huge for momentum's sake, and with the Profs up 1, definitely you have the momentum right now. You've been putting the pressure on Temple. They haven't really been getting much chances as of late. So this power play will definitely help out those chances. And kind of reminds me when the Profs were on a long power play last night against Wagner.
So a big opportunity here. See if they get a shot on here as it comes from the outside. This is Brennan. All the way back towards the point. Off the stick of Quigley. He regroups, keeps it in the zone, tries to get away from Kennedy. 12 seconds left. Now this is Brennan looking out in front, has no options. 7 seconds. Brennan all the way across. Doherty settles, fires, glove save by Szymborski. And he'll hold on to stop play with 3.2 seconds left to go here in the second. And what it looks like it'll be is they'll just throw it towards the front of the cage, get traffic in there, and hope they can pop it home. If not, I'm sure they'll be comfortable going into the locker room. As Brennan will take the draw, trying to swing it forward. Stopped by Malinowski, and that'll do it. Nice hit there by Brennan right at the buzzer. And again, that will do it. 40 minutes in the books. And the Rowan Profs have a 3-2 lead. They'll come out of the locker room with a minute 35 in the power play. And we're just saying about momentum, that could be a huge way to start the period for either Rowan or Temple. If Rowan scores on it, they're up 2, and they've got some momentum. If Temple kills it, they can go, okay, we're down only by 1, and without shooting the Profs, 21-17 at this point, we can stay in this game and possibly win it.
Out shooting the Profs, but the Profs have really put a lot of pressure on, especially at the end of that period, getting a lot of opportunities for goals, and that power play is certainly going to help for them as it goes into the third period. And like I said, comparing to last night, the Wagner penalty, they ended up having a 5-minute major penalty for Wagner. Rowan was able to capitalize on a goal, which ended up giving them the lead. Not the same difference here. You only got 1:35 left to work with, but really if Rowan can work around the flow, which we did see signs of for this period, I really think the Profs can take a huge lead, get some insurance throughout the rest of the game.
All right, just one quick thing. The next broadcast for Rowan University Hockey, you guys are hoping to cover the outdoor game coming up. That's going to be on January 10th against the Villanova Wildcats. It's going to be a 5 p.m. start Saturday, January 10th. Hoping we can work out the internet there. 2 years ago last time, the Rowan Profs played an outdoor game there. We got a single camera broadcast. Maybe going aggressive, maybe going a little bit more this time around. We'll see how it goes. If not, certainly keep an eye on the Rowan Television Network website. That's rtnch5.com, or on Twitter, that's at rtnch5 for the next Rowan hockey broadcasts. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be third period action. After 2, it's 3-2 Rowan. You're watching Rowan University Ice Hockey here on RTN Channel 5. Underway here in the third period. Rowan on the power play, but they'll have to start in their own zone. On the man advantage for the next minute, 27. Good pressure here, though, by Kennedy, as Rowan will start from behind their own cage. Tom Williams here alongside me is Cody Decker. Wafted forward here for Brennan, who dumps in deep. Rowan leading at 3-2 here to start this third period. Kept alive by Doherty, dumps towards the corner. Brennan is there. Shane Brennan towards the corner. Trying to draw in the double team, it looked like. Now goes down for Leshevsky, back behind the cage. Leshevsky being harassed by Vasa. Very slow building power play here. Now this is Nikolai once again. Nikolai back to the point for Fowler. Fowler across for Doherty. 1-1 time, instead goes for Nikolai. Toe drags, goes now for Fowler with a shot. And it's gloved down by the netminder Szymborski. And play is stopped. 45 seconds into the period. 50 seconds remaining in the Rowan power play. Their fourth power play of the game. They're 0 for 3. So we come to you from the skate zone in northeast Philadelphia. Faceoff is down, heads towards the corner. Brennan is there. He gets pushed off. Good shoulder barge on him. Cleared to the line and up the center ice as Fowler can't keep. So good clear there for the Owls. 40 seconds left to go in the power play here for the Rowan Profs. Here's Doherty. Doherty leaves it now for Shane Brennan. Brennan moves in, trying to get around McKinney. Gains the line into the zone. Brennan settles it, fires off the post. That was a shot out of nowhere. And he was able to crank it off the iron. Thrown out in front. Brennan will try again. Save there by Szymborski. So he's bailed out by the post and then makes a nice kick save as well. As Fowler will pinch in. He'll settle it. He'll take the shot. Save, and it's fought off there into the corner by Szymborski. Shoulder barge there this time by Justin McKinney. Goes back to the point for Doherty with room. Doherty a drive. Saves Szymborski, and he holds on. Stopping play. 18:30 left to go here in the third period. 5 seconds remaining in the Rowan power play. Just real quick. Shots on goal after 2 periods for Rowan. They had 12 shots in the second. 2-period total of 17. Temple 9 shots. 2-period total of 21. But now Rowan with 4 straight shots. They have tied the tallies as far as shots are concerned at 21. Power play expires. Rowan 0 for 4 on the man advantage. We're back to even strength. Temple only down 1. We'll see if that helps their momentum as it's tapped forward by Polis. Trying to reach in here is Rogers. Heads towards the corner against Carnival. They'll cancel. Coming over to help out, though, is Malinowski. And he'll throw it up the middle. Cleared now for Rogers. Dumped right back into the zone. McGahee will chase in. Something you don't often see. 2 number 91s going at it in the corner. As Civitella was there. Trying to swing it forward, Malinowski. And he'll get it right back. 17:45 left to go, third period. Now Vasa at center ice. Taps it right back into his own zone, but he regains control. Trying to get around McGahee. Nice stutter step move as he makes his way to the near side corner. Vasa looking out in front, goes back behind the cage. Vasa stops in the corner. Shouldered off by Schickner. Trying to come up with it, Malinowski. And it's cleared down to the line, kept in by Carnival. Keller throws around to the near side. Nice tip pass for Polis, and he'll break out 2-on-2. Polis will move in. Polis, nice cut move. Trying to get his hands free. Tries a shot on cage. Save, rebounded. Skated away by Malinowski. Malinowski being harassed by Slava Auction. Leaves it now for Carnival, and it's cleared all the way down, and icing will be called against the Temple Owls, and play is stopped. 17:04 left to go, third period, 3-2 Rowan.
If you are joining us live, folks, again, we apologize. We have been dealing with Wi-Fi issues here at the skate zone, but we have been live for a good amount now, so hopefully the Wi-Fi connection does stay with us, and we can bring you this one. We appreciate your patience, and we appreciate your support as well tuning into this one.
It's kept in at the point by Rogers, taken here by Slava Auction. He's allowed room, takes a shot off the post. Second post already here in the third period as they scramble out in front. Unable to knock it on cage. There was Grayson Petty. Clear to the line. Auction turns and fires. Kick save by Szymborski. As the shooting gallery is starting to begin here for Rowan as they've taken the lead in shots. That's the Rowan props we're used to. Is going hard into the boards there after missing a check was Leszewski. Hopefully he's okay. As now this is going to be Joey Powell. Up now for Stephen Kennedy off the glass and into the Rowan zone. Nick Fowler helps him to the far side for Leszewski. Finds room back behind the cage, being harassed there by Kennedy. Throws it far side, slowed down by Hanrahan. Trying to throw it out through here was Nikolai as he could not connect with Brennan. And dumped forward here by Pataki. Intercepted by Doherty. Doherty, pass up ahead, tipped into the zone. Now trying to chase onto it is Brennan after the initial Nikolai pass. Comes back behind the cage and taken now by Lombardi. Good check in the corner there by Doherty. But the puck still squirts to center ice and down. Race for the puck, won by Fowler. No icing, no. It's Krulikowski able to poke it away from him, but followed up in the corner now by Doherty. Doherty reverses it. Now Nikolai gets it back from Brennan. Escapes through Krulikowski, and he'll break in with Leszewski 2-on-2. Nikolai towards the corner, trying to drop pass for Leszewski. He's forced wide. Comes to the forehand. Now double team, still controlling. Turns, throws out in front, and it's blocked away. Now this is Polis trying to come through. It's taken away by Kennedy. Polis tries to poke back behind the cage. He comes out in front, and it's covered up by Szymborski. 15-16 left to go, third period. It stays 3-2 Rowan.
And the power play has really helped the props keep the pressure on in their offensive zone. So good job by the props here, getting off to a good start here in the third period.
Your goal scorers in this one in the first period. It's Alec Nikolai for Rowan, Brady O'Donnell for Temple. Patrick Curiali and Logan Rogers, or Tyler Rogers rather, for Rowan in the second. And it was Joey Powell for Temple, also in the second. As we're 5 minutes into this final regulation period, McKinney dumps further now for Brewer. Too strong for him, goes to the far side, intercepted, shot comes in. Well, that's fought off by Riley on the quick wrister by Perezzi. And it comes the other way. Chasing in here is going to be Tyler Rogers. Lofted out in front. Trying to chase it down as Polis tries to chop it on Cage, and it goes wide. Rogers towards the corner. It's intercepted now by Joey Powell. Powell will gain the line and dump it in towards the cage. Riley will steer it aside. Luongo on the forecheck. Swept away from him, but followed up by Brewer as he heads towards the corner. Brewer tries the shot. Deflected out of play by Schichter, and play is stopped with 14:33 left to go here in the third period.
And now Rowan has taken advantage of the shots on goal, 23-22, and really it was due to the power play as well as keeping the pressure on. Now Temple with an opportunity in their offensive, in Rowan's zone, and willing to see if Temple takes some shots here, gets an offensive flow going of their own.
Kept in at the point there by John Anthony. Comes over, alone in front. Here was Luongo. Couldn't get his hands free. Shot comes in, and it's in the cage. Brewer with a turnaround shot. It was deflected, and it just ticked off the crossbar and in. It was a blind spinning backhand shot. 14:22 left to go in the third, and we're tied at 3.
Really a 50-50 shot when you turn around and you really can't see the net. You just flick it in, hope he takes the right angle, and it did there as it hits off the crossbar and finds the net. Unfortunate there for the Profs coming off the face-off. Cody Riley was out of position, and the Profs are now in a tie game here with Temple Owls.
That is goal number 13 on the season for Brewer. The transfer from IUP ties this game up at 3 rather. As Rowan turning on the pressure at the point. Shot comes in, blocked out in front. Turnaround try, still loose, and then skated away by Cody Vassett. Comes up the middle, intercepted, and taken here by Logan Rogers. Rogers banks it off the linesman, it seems. Temple will take control. He throws it off the linesman and all the way back into the Rowan zone. Around in the far side corner. Vassett, good shoulder barge there on Leszewski. Cleared back to the point. Kept alive, thrown wide. And comes to the near side. Trying to grab it there with Slava Akin. All the way across, connects down with Curiali. He'll move in 2-on-2 as he crisscrosses with Glassman. Throws it towards the cage, comes off for the change. 13:30 left to go in the third period. Tied at 3, Rowan and Temple. Comes towards the corner, taken by Nikolai. Nikolai tries to come out in front. Sliced off his stick, and here comes Temple the other way with a possible 2-on-2. Into the zone, too strong for Vassett. Chased to the corner, pushed off by Dockert, and they'll continue the battle. Now Brennan comes through. Brennan, being harassed from behind, clears the center ice past Leszewski. Jason Lombardi, former Hatfield Ice Dog, will throw around to the corner. Now for Greg Malinowski. And it comes to center ice. Turning on the speed here once again is Lombardi. Tries to come through himself. He's slowed down by Doherty. Coming to help out is Fowler. Hops high in the air and out of play it goes. Play is stopped. 12:50 left to go here in the third. Tied in shots 23. Tied in goals at 3.
And really each team is really in this off a transition has been able to get their own opportunities, which is why we seem so deadlocked here at 23-23 on the shots on goal. We're tied here at 3 with the score. And again, it's been every opportunity for each team coming at different times in a game kind of going back and forth.
Puck heads towards the corner, banked up ahead by Doherty. Now this is Rogers trying to lift it forward for Polis, who has to chase onto it. Polis coming in, Polis wide shot, and it goes just wide. Had a nice opportunity, but really had no angle. As it does come to center ice, and here comes Temple. This is Stephen Kennedy avoiding the hip check, 2-on-1. Shot comes in, saved by Riley, and he holds on. When you shoot it high on a netminder, you want to put it right by his ear, so his only chance to really make the save is off his head, and the goaltender doesn't do that. He flashes the glove, just like Riley did there. A fantastic save.
Well done by Riley there on that play. Exactly how you said it, Tom.
It comes back to the point. Shot comes in through traffic, and it scores. It was deflected on its way through as Dumbach took the shot. I believe Kennedy got the deflection. If he did, it's his 31st of the season. Just like that, 12:23 left to go in the third. It's 4-3 Temple.
Unfortunate for the Profs, coming right off the face-off. Dumbach sending it in, kind of just as how Doherty did it earlier in the game. And a deflection possibly coming from Stephen Kennedy. We'll get the clarification as soon as we know. But right there, just unfortunate for the Profs, and Cody Riley was trying to work through traffic, but a great shot intended there, and a deflection there, we think. Temple going up 4-3.
That is the bottom line, as Temple has turned up the pressure. Ever since they killed the penalty to start the period, it's been all Temple. Even though Rowan's been getting more shots, Temple has been carrying a good portion of the play as it's lofted forward. Too strong for Leszewski. Race for the puck is won by Temple. And icing is called here against Rowan. It's funny how it works. Temple carrying much of the play, taking the majority of the shots. Rowan was leading 3-1. Rowan takes over, takes more of the shots. Now Temple is taking a 4-3 lead. So is the strategy, Rowan, okay, stop trying? No, it doesn't work that way. It's just how the puck bounces, unfortunately. So see how Rowan does respond as Brewer has it in the corner. Thrown out in front. It's deflected away by Riley as it went off of Kempinski. And here comes Leszewski the other way. Gains the line, tries to move into the zone. Nice cut move to come in. Thought he caught Nikolai off sides, and the linesman decides otherwise. It's skied out to center ice. Kicked back into the zone, Rowan in an offside position. So Temple will regroup it. Pass up ahead, intercepted here by Keller. Keller off the kick plate. Too strong for Leszewski. Pass up the middle, goes all the way down. Icing will be waved off, and it comes back down for Keller. Keller helped to center ice by Slava Auction. No, they're staying. It stayed in. Glove down by Auction. He's thrown to the boards by Kempinski. Still digging at it. Cleared towards the hash. Shot comes in. It's blocked away. And here comes Curiali the other way. Could be a 3-on-2. Curiali moves in wide. Curiali tries the sharp angle shot, and it goes high. Slava Auction chasing back. Cleared to the line. Kept alive. But nope, they're going to say it's offsides. Play is stopped. 11:06 left to go in the third. 4-3 Temple.
And such a big game when you take a look at the ACHA Southeastern rankings. The Profs ranked 6th and Temple ranked 9th here on the last day of the ranking period. So Temple's able to get a victory here over the Profs and hold on. That'd be big for the Temple Owls.
You're also looking at the Mid-Atlantic North Division standings if you're looking at conference play, and this would be huge as well as Auction tries a shot and it's deflected wide. Heads towards the corner now for McDermott. McDermott back behind the cage, gets smeared there. Auction comes over to help. Auction digs out. They're trying to come out in front of himself. Can't do it. Curiali tries a shot. Now Auction will try a save. Rebound steered towards the corner. And it's going to be cleared up to the line. Kept alive. Shot from the outside way wide by Quigley. And Vassar will backhand up ahead. Trying to keep alive there. This time was Logan Rogers. Big scrum. They're pushing and shoving. As offsides has been called. Logan Rogers face to face with Cody Vassar. And we'll see what gets called here. Again, as we learned, as we got reinforced last night, fighting is a DQ. That certainly wasn't a fight. But we may get 2 each for roughing.
Yeah, Robert Wilworth on the ice due to the DQ that Tom just mentioned during the Wagner game for the fight. And, you know, Wilworth, a key component of this Profs team. They're certainly missing him tonight on this energy line that's currently out there right now.
Well, no penalties, and the face-off down, controlled by Logan Rogers. And thrown across, taken here by Quigley. Quigley will gain the line, slap it in towards the cage. Goes to the corner, pitching in McGahee, but it's taken by the Temple Owls. Far side, this is Hanrahan, just trying to steer around to the near side. This is Devin Thomas. Out to center ice. Correction, that was Brett Weishner, who hasn't played a lot. Shot comes in, that goes well high by Vassar. Cleared to the line, kept alive, shot comes in. Deflected on cage, saved by Riley once again, and taken by Quigley. Nice job there by Vassar, just getting in the way. Now taken by Polis, will turn on the speed. Polis lost control coming into the zone. He'll have to try to regroup, and now he'll slap it in. Rest of his mates will come off for the change. No forecheck here by the Profs. With 9:45 to go in the third and down by 1. So here's Stephen Kennedy. Kennedy with it. Toe drags, fires, block it away by Riley. Comes back behind now for Doherty. Doherty, long pass up ahead, looking to connect with Nikolai. Goes all the way down. No icing will be called. Racing on back here is Ryan Dumback. Dumback still has it, being harassed from behind. And cleared to center ice through Fowler. Now here's Doherty. Doherty under pressure. Nice tip to center ice by Brennan here for Leszewski. Leszewski fires and it goes high. Pinching in here is Nikolai. Dumps back behind the cage for Leszewski. He's pushed off. Trying to dump back behind the cage here was John Anthony. Swept up ahead. Controlled now by Krulikowski. Out the center ice it goes. Rowan certainly seeming like they're turning on the pressure once again as Doherty slaps it in towards cage. Sticked away by the netminder Szymborski. Cleared towards the point. Kept alive by Doherty. He'll dump back to the corner. Curiali will pinch in. Cuts off Dumback. Comes up with it. Thrown out in front looking for Auction, but it's skated away by Powell. Joey Powell with it. He's out of Philadelphia. Clear to center ice. Backhanded back ahead by Auction. 8:39 left to go here in the third period. And it looks like it's going to be icing against the Temple Owls. That's a big break there for the Rowan Props. I'm not sure what Temple was thinking there, just clearing all the way down. Maybe they were that desperate for a change or something.
No, if you're Temple, you want to keep the pressure on here. If you're taking this lead, the pressure has been your friend so far, and really getting defenders out of position and shielding the goalie's view on some goals tonight of Cody Riley. So, now the Props maybe get some momentum in their own zone, in their offensive zone.
Of course, since it was no icing, there is no change. So Temple still has the same 5 out there. Rowan turning on the pressure once again. This is Slava Auction to kick to the corner. Auction tries to come out in front for himself, but it's swept away from him and taken here by Stephen Kennedy. Kennedy all the way across. Trying to lift forward here was Powell. Rowan on the intercept, trying to move the other way. Auction forced back. Leaves it aside now for Curiali. Trying to lift forward now for Petty. Petty into the zone. Petty stops, fires, block it away. Petty tries to follow it up, thrown around to the far side. Pinching in here is Schickner. Dumped back behind now, looking for Petty. Petty, good battle back behind the cage as Rowan trying to complete a change. Taken, though, by Kennedy. He reverses it. Schickner will get there, but not be able to keep. He'll have to race back. He gets cut off there by McKinney. But a good job by Schickner to force him away. And it would have been offsides if Temple would have touched. Cleared to center ice, taken by Polis. Polis finds room into the zone on the far side. Polis with the wrist shot, save, rebound. And it is skated away by McKinney towards the corner. 7:25 left to go, third period, 4-3 Temple. Glove down by Doherty. He'll have to chase back into his own zone. And back behind the cage as he's being harassed by McKinney. Andrew Doherty. ACHA Select product from last year, going to Europe over the Christmas break last season. Good check there by Rogers. Coming to help out is Polis. Cleared to the line, kept alive by Doherty. Back behind, looking for McGahey. Taken away by Carnavalis. We're down to 7 minutes left to go. McGahey goes flying there, lost control of his stick and his glove. As Carnaval will dump in on cage. It's covered up by Riley. And play is stopped. And now McGahey lightly bumps into Patrick Hanrahan, who goes down like he was shot by a sniper. Referee's not going to call any of that.
Trying to sell a call, maybe, if anything, there, Tom.
You know what? I'm trying to get the yellow card or something. I don't know what that's about. You have to be careful there if you're Temple. Yeah, you want to draw the penalty, but you can draw a penalty against yourself for diving.
Yeah.
.6:51 left to go, third period. Shots on goal, tied at 26. But Temple, they lead it 4-3. Trying to win against the Rowan Props for the first time in, I'd say, about 3 years at least, maybe even 4. This would be a big win here for Temple. As Doherty controls, thrown to the near side. Fowler banks it up ahead. Looking to skeet onto it here was Nikolai. Nikolai towards the corner, looking out in front. Glove down there by Hanrahan. Looks like he's okay after getting hit there at center ice after the play. Here's Fowler. Gains the line. He'll dump it in deep. Hanrahan in the corner. Skates away from one. Goes back behind. He's slowed down there. Brennan almost chops it on cage. Vasa comes back to help out. Vasa will just clear to the line. Trying to keep alive was Fowler. Couldn't do it. Vasa tries to chase onto it. Chopped away from him by Doherty. Cleared into the zone anyway by the Owls. Andrew Doherty back behind the cage. Out of Sicklerville. Long pass up ahead. Connects here with Leszewski. Tries to nutmeg his way through, but a good job by Civitella to body him off. As we're now down to 5:45 left to go in regulation. Rowan not putting on any sustained pressures. Here comes Stephen Kennedy. Kennedy with a shot. Stick save by Riley. Now Vasa. Now for Kennedy. Kennedy back to the point. Intercepted here by Polis. He can break out 3-on-2. Polis into the zone. Polis cuts outside, trying to come out behind the cage. Throw in front from McGahey. It's loose in the crease. They're still digging at it. It trickles towards the corner. Here's Malinowski to try to come the other way. At least clears to center ice. Slowed down by Fowler. And dumped into the zone. Coming the other way now is Leszewski. Rhett Leszewski with his head up. Across now for McGahey. McGahey turns around Vasa into the zone. McGahey trying to get towards the corner. Swept away from him by Carnaval. Goes back behind the cage. Helped along by Civitella. And cleared to center ice through Keller. 5 minutes left to go in regulation. Here's Rogers up to the far side. Tyler Rogers. Now Schickner lets it go to the far side for Polis. Tries to chop into the zone. Taken away by Powell. Now this is Keller moving in. Rest of his mates to come off for the change. Tries the shot. Stick save by Szymborski. Following up On the pinch in here is Keller, but could not take control. On the far side, Nikolai skied up ahead, gloved down by Doherty, but the linesman has him throw offsides. Play is stopped. 4:32 left to go here in the third. Still 4-3 Temple.
And coming down to the wire here, the Profs are going to need to get their offensive flow back and going. As I keep saying, offensive flow has been the key to their success in getting wins and not earning less than a point since October 25th against Penn State. So really the Profs need to keep the pressure on if they can.
Cleared to center ice. Kennedy will reverse. You know what? Temple's not going to take any chances. They're up by 1. As Malinowski will move in now. Shot comes in. Saved by Riley. Malinowski back behind the cage. Trying to reverse it here was Powell. Thrown out in front. Goes all the way back to the point for Hanrahan. It keeps it alive now for Kennedy. Kennedy spins away from 1. Can't duck through a second. Good check there. As here comes Temple rolling the other way. Pass ahead for Nikolai on the breakaway. Nikolai with a shot. Saved by Szymborski. He was being harassed from behind the whole time. Referee has nothing as far as a penalty is concerned. Looked like it was legal the whole way. Big stop by Szymborski. 3:53 left to go in the third. It stays a 4-3 lead for the Temple Owls.
Excellent stop there by Szymborski on off a breakaway chance for Nikolai. But unable to put it home as he tries to make some good moves. But Szymborski just laying out there and poking the puck away and freezing it up. So good job by Szymborski.
Cleared all the way down by Temple. Race for the puck. This is a big one, and it is won by Fowler. This will be icing against the Temple Owls. Very easily could have been won by Powell, and that would have negated the icing call. Instead, another face-off deep in the Temple zone. 3:45 left to go in the third period. Shots on goal, tied at 27. But most importantly, it's 4-3 on the scoreboard. Face-off is down. Polis tries to win it forward for himself. It's intercepted by Hanrahan. Pinching in is Slava Auction. Skied up ahead, but it goes out of play. And play is stopped. If this keeps up, Cody, this is going to be the longest 3 minutes and 38 seconds because Temple, they just want to relieve pressure. They don't care how. They don't care how long it takes. They don't have tickets to the Eagles game tonight, so they're fine. They just want to win this game.
Who knows? They might, Tom. I might see him on TV tonight. I might see him on TV on NBC tonight, excuse me.
Temple is able to clear the center ice once again. Doherty to the far side for McGahee. Lofted forward for Polis. Polis heads towards the corner. Polis back behind the cage, looking out in front, tries to backhand it there, takes it right back, and he swings it back behind the cage once again now for McGahee. McGahee looking out in front, forced to the corner, spins away from Civitella but lost control. Auction is there to help out. McGahee knocked away from him by Stephen Luongo, and he will at least get it out to center ice. Rowan can't touch, they'd be offside, so Temple gets another free clear. And squirting through here is Civitella with a drive, saved by Riley, and he holds on to stop play. 2:57 left to go in the third. It stays 4-3 Temple.
Yeah, and Temple's not going to try anything crazy here. They just want to keep the puck away from their own zone and not allow Rowan any chances to try and get an opportunity. So any shot fired, they'll take, but not really trying to do anything crazy where it could turn to a defense into offense opportunity for the Profs.
Timeout called here by the Rowan Profs with under 3 minutes left to go here. And the clock just went down a couple of seconds. I just noticed that. I think they wanted to put up, well, now it's only 25 seconds left. Oh, that's not correct. It looks like they're messing around with the clock a little bit. Anyway, just a quick reminder, this is the last broadcast of the 2014 calendar year. I want to thank everyone on behalf of all of RTN for joining us this season. The expanded hockey schedule this year on RTN has been fantastic, whether it be full 4 cameras and all that at home games or the RTN light coverage that we're doing right now. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I left the Rowan hockey broadcast situation in fantastic hands. Hope everyone's enjoying the broadcasts. You guys have done a great job, and I certainly congratulate all of you.
Thanks, Tom. We appreciate you having me back on here today. It's great to have you here. We're looking at a good game here. Battling 4-3 Temple lead here.
The clock is correct, by the way, now at 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. Face-off is deep in the Rowan zone. To the left of Cody Riley, as you can see. David Brewer to take the draw for Temple. Shane Brennan for Rowan. One back by Temple. Carnival Going to pitchfork it towards the corner, knocked down by Keller. Tapped up ahead by Brennan. Brennan clears to the line, kept alive. Brennan tries again. He'll clear it to center ice and turn on the speed. Brennan gains the line, dumps into the zone. He'll chase there himself against Carnival. Pushes him off hard. 2-on-2 scrum back behind the cage. Clock continues to roll. It's thrown out in front, taken here by McKinney, and he'll clear to center ice. Schickner with it. Schickner spins it forward, intercepted, and dumped in here by McKinney on cage, steered away by Riley. Now Schickner once again tries the near side for Nikolai, all the way up ahead. Bouncing puck, knifed down by Leszewski, but can't control cleanly. Nikolai tries to follow up, taken here by Malinowski. Rowan not able to get much in the way of sustained pressure here. 2:13 left to go in regulation, down by 1. They need to try to turn it on as here comes Leszewski into the zone. Leszewski thrown out in front off a couple of skates. Still loose side of the net, comes back behind the cage. 2 minutes left to go. On the far side, Curiali. Correction, Vasa tries to clear. Taken here by Polis behind the net. Backhand pass out in front, intended for Fowler, goes off a skate and can't control. And it's cleared up ahead here by Vasa. Pushed off by Brennan. Trying to slap into the zone there was Wojcner. He gets a second chance. He'll dump back behind the cage now for Malinowski. Malinowski poked away from him. Gets knocked down by Doherty. And it's skied forward for Rogers. 1:35 left to go. We'll keep an eye on Riley, the netminder. He'll move into the zone towards the corner. Poked off his stick. Good stick check there by Civitella. And it's going to be skied up ahead to center ice. Not strong enough for icing. 1:23 left to go. Rowan down 1 as here's Doherty. Doherty has some room. Doherty moves in from center ice. A shot that goes wide. Polis is going to pinch in, but it's cleared to center ice. Taken here by Brennan once again. 1:10 left to go. Swept into the zone off the linesman by McGahee, so it doesn't go as deep as needed. Angled up ahead here for Kennedy as Temple breaks out 2-on-2. Kennedy spin move up ahead for Vasa. Vasa on the forehand, tries to throw it in front. It's intercepted by Nikolai, and he'll try to break out. 55 seconds left to go. Nikolai moves into the zone. Nikolai toe drags out in front. Stick save. Rebound goes to the corner. Riley waiting. Now he'll come off of the extra attacker, but Temple now has control. Carnival comes up with it. Carnival tripped up, trying to come through. Nothing called. Shot comes in. It goes just wide. Now this is Auction. 35 seconds left to go. Auction back behind the cage. Extra attacker on for Rowan. Auction still has it. Swings it back behind the net. Side of the net. Polis is digging at it. It's loose in front. Brennan comes out with it. Now with Auction. Now Fowler is shot through traffic, and they score! It trickled back towards the point. Fowler just threw it towards cage, and it's found its way through a mass of humanity. 21 seconds left to go, and we are tied at 4.
Incredible decision by Coach Caulfield to pull Cody Riley off the ice, send in that extra attacker, that plan to make the difference as Rowan puts on the pressure here at the end of the period as we are at 21.7 to go here in the third. It's a play like that where the puck's in front of the net, and you're just going to hope it finds the twine, and Fowler was able to do that.
Well, I'm not sure if it was deflected or if it was Fowler, but either way, it's over the line. And that's all that matters as Rowan has tied the game up. We're tied at 4 with 18 seconds left. Schickner will lift it forward. Intercepted and cleared up ahead now by O'Donnell. Goes all the way down for icing with 10 seconds left. Oh, it trickled another second now to 9. See if they change that. They probably won't. But 9 seconds left. Face-off deep in the Temple zone. A chance here for Rowan to at least get a positive scoring opportunity before overtime.
Yeah, the clock did run about a second off there. So unlucky break for Rowan as far as a second goes. But maybe they'll get an opportunity to put the puck on net here.
Brennan can't win the face-off, though. It's taken by Hanrahan. Cleared around Schickner. We'll keep it alive. No, it hops over his stick. And we are heading to overtime. Well, you know what? A few minutes ago, it looked like Rowan was lethargic. They looked like, all right, looks like we're going to lose this one. They just had that kind of body language to them. But then they pull the goaltender. And the funny thing about it is Riley wasn't sure if he wanted to go because he saw that Temple had control of the puck. And the coaching staff is, come on, doesn't matter. Lose by 1, lose by 2, doesn't matter. They found a way to get the puck back and just put on the pressure. A great cycle down low. It eventually trickled back to the point, and then somehow, again, through the trees, it found its way home to the cage. And just like that, we are heading to overtime. By the way, shots on goal, they are tied at 8. So in the period, Temple had 7, and Rowan had 11. So tied at 28 are the shots on goal. Temple 0 for 2 on the power play. Rowan 0 for 4. And just like when you're kids and the sun's going down, next goal wins. Doesn't get much more fun than that.
And what a great way to end the semester here of RTN broadcast with some extra hockey for you.
Again, it is a 5-on-5 overtime. After that, it goes to a shootout if it stays tied after 5 minutes. For the national considerations, there is no such thing as a shootout. It would go in a tie. It would just go in the books as a tie. But when it comes to the Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey North Division, that shootout point could be big. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that. But still, we've got 5 minutes. We are tied at 4. And by the way, it is 4-on-4 hockey. So things certainly do open up. Rowan right now only has 3. There's Brennan coming on. It's going to be Brennan, Doherty, Nikolai, and I think that's Brett Leszewski. Hanrahan, Kennedy, Lombardi. And taking the draw will be Powell. That's for Temple. By the way, we also switched sides, which is a fantastic move. Makes it that much tougher to change off the ice and may give you a tired bunch of legs some real big fits here as we're playing deep in the Rowan zone. So Rowan coming toward us now. We're in overtime, 15 seconds in. Doherty back behind the cage under pressure. He'll come out with it and falls down, lost control of the puck. Taken here by Kennedy, moves in. Blocker save by Riley. Very rare to see Doherty just lose an edge like that, but that's certainly what happened. Is here comes Rowan the other way, 2-on-2. Here's Nikolai into the zone against Hanrahan. Toe drags, fires, and it goes just wide. Goes out to center ice, and here comes O'Donnell into the zone. He has to stop at the blue line. Can't keep it in the zone. Good job by Fowler. Lombardi tries to follow up, but Fowler slowing him down, and then stood up by Brennan. Taken by Doherty, skied up ahead. Trying to knock it down here is Brennan into the zone. Now this is Polis. Polis has to wait. Now he'll dump it in deep. Stop back behind the cage by Hanrahan. 1 minute into the overtime session. Rowan trying to keep it alive but can't. Temple will break out 2-on-2 as here comes Kennedy. Kennedy into the zone. Kennedy forced wide. Spins to his forehand. Throws out in front. Knocked down by Polis and he'll start the rush. Pass up ahead. Intercepted by Carnival, but it's followed up here by Rogers. Rogers to the far side. Tries a shot. Saved by Szymborski and he'll hold on. Stopping play. 3:38 left to go here in overtime.
And the game really opening up here, as Tom said before, excuse me. And Temple got an opportunity there, but Rowan's been able to come back on transitions and get some opportunities of their own.
That's how it works in the 4-on-4 session. You get one rush the one way, then if you miss it, the rush is coming right back at you, and it turns into a very exciting action. Doherty once again away from the play, lost his edge. Not sure if he's struggling with the quality of his skates right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully it doesn't affect play, as neither team at all. I'm sure Temple will take it if it does affect plays. Here comes Vasa into the zone. Vasa towards the corner against Doherty. Good poke check there, and here comes Brennan the other way. Skied forward. Leszewski couldn't kick it down. Taken here by Civitella. Angled forward, knocked down by Rowan, and they'll break the other way. This is Nikolai. Pushed down, cleared to center ice. Doherty comes up with it. 3:03 left to go in overtime. Dumped in. Rowan is on an offside position. They'll retouch. Here's Carnival, trying to avoid the forecheck of Polis. Banked up ahead, too strong for Vasa. Not going to make it for icing, as here is Doherty once again. Doherty, I think he's been out there the entire overtime session so far as auction. Did he get a piece of it? They're saying no, and that will go for icing against the Rowan Profs. You know, Rowan bench saying they deflected, but the linesman saying no. This could be a huge break here for the Temple Owls if they can win this faceoff.
Definitely, yeah, and maybe get something going offensively as well. Again, you're opening up play here with the 4-on-4, and you know, puck can go all different ways, and you can work it around as much as you want if you do win the faceoff here.
They win the faceoff, but not cleanly, and Rowan able to regroup it the other way. Hops up in the air on McGahey. He comes up with it, gets away from Malinowski and finds room. Malinowski can't control. McGahey gets tripped down, taken here by Polis. 2:28 left to go. Taken by Doherty, a drive. Oh, fought off by Szymborski with the kick save. Now Kennedy Clears out to the line. Unable to keep was Auction. Now Doherty once again. Doherty from the outside. Shot comes in. Blocked away by Szymborski. It goes out of play. And play is stopped as Doherty. I think that's the first time he's come off the ice here in the overtime session with 2:15 left to go. They may want to save him for the last minute or so. Yes, certainly giving credit to Doherty how much of an offensive force he can be.
Absolutely, that slap shot. Anytime you can put that slap shot on, it's a good.
Ooh, shot from the point
time.
is blocked away by Szymborski. Good shot there by Leszewski. Fowler with it. Now Leszewski bouncing puck down for Brennan. 2:05 left to go in overtime. We're tied at 4 as Rowan tied the game up very late. Hanrahan dumps towards the corner. Lombardi tries to swing it forward, slowed down by Brennan. Brennan trying to get to his forehand. Goes to the corner now for Malinowski. He's slowed down this time by Nikolai. He'll spin away and throw across down for Hanrahan. Banks it across on the cross-ice pass. It's intercepted. Here comes Nikolai. Tap forward. Turns into a break. Shot comes in. Oh, it just goes wide. It went off the shoulder of Szymborski and just missed the near side post. Now Kennedy comes the other way for Temple. Tries to come out in front. Slowed down by Fowler. And here comes Rowan the other way. Now to the far side, into the zone. 3-on-2. Shot comes in. Score! Shane Brennan fires it off the glove of Szymborski and in. 1:24 left in overtime, and Rowan wins it 5-4.
There's Captain Clutch right there with the game winner. Incredible by Shane Brennan, able to make some moves and fire that shot into the top left corner of the net. Rowan winning it 5-4 here in overtime. Great job to go in before the break and get this win.
So that is 3 in a row on the weekend. This one was tough. Temple did a fantastic job in this one, skating with the Rowan Profs all the way. Again, one bounce the other way. We could already have gone home 4-3, but instead, Rowan wins it in overtime 5-4. They improve to 15, 3-3. They've won 4 straight. They're now 8-1 in league play. They hop into second place in the North Division, while Temple, they drop to 13-10-2 overall. And they are now 7-2-3 in league play. And they stay 4 points back of Penn State. They are now tied in points with Rowan, but Rowan does have the tiebreaker, both in wins and sweeping the season series. Final thoughts for Cody Decker.
Yeah, what a game, folks. Again, we apologize for the Wi-Fi connectivity. We were live for that last overtime period, which is good to see if you are tuning in. But such a game back and forth as I'm getting criticized for my Devils fleece here. But yeah, the Profs, this is a game back and forth all the way. You know, Temple had their opportunities, Rowan had their opportunities in transition, able to score goals on both sides. But when it came down to it, you know, the great thing about Rowan is they've been able to finish games off. Even when they're down, they fight to come back. And that was really the key in this game, is to be able to come back and get a late goal in the final period, and then to come out in overtime as it kept going back and forth, each team getting opportunities, but Rowan keeping the pressure on, and Shane Brennan, Captain Clutch, coming up big to win this game. A great weekend for the Profs, and what I said on Friday when I was at Ryder, in such a big weekend, you're going into a break now. You faced Ryder, who was in the rankings. You also faced Temple here today in the rankings, and the Wagner game last night. So great job for the Profs to sweep this weekend, improve to number 2 in the MAC North, and you're going off to Christmas break with holiday joy after this win.
Shots on goal for the overtime session. Temple, no shots. They finish up with 28 on the game. Rowan had 3 shots. They finish up with 31. Fans, for our next Rowan hockey broadcast, plans are in the works to cover the New Jersey Pond Hockey Classic. That'll be Saturday, January 10th from the Navasink Country Club in Middletown, New Jersey, as the Profs will take on the Division I Villanova Wildcats. Puck drop for that one is scheduled for 5 p.m. If that broadcast doesn't happen, certainly keep an eye on rtnch5.com and the Twitter feed. That's at rtnch5 for all upcoming Rowan hockey broadcasts. Once again, our final score today in overtime, the Rowan University Profs 5 and the Temple Owls 4. Cody Decker, this is Tom Wilms, thanking you so much for joining us. Have yourself a great holiday season. Do very well on your finals, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
This has been a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.